Have you noticed how hair fall often starts after stress? You go through fever, surgery, or emotional stress. Things settle, and then few months later, the hair fall begins. That delay is because of the biology of the hair cycle. So the hair cycle is a continuous and asynchronous process involving a growth phase, regression, rest, and a shedding phase. At any given point, your scalp has hair in all of these phases. The asynchronous nature of the hair cycle is the reason we don't lose all our hair at once. Anagen is the growth phase. This is when the follicle is fully active. The matrix cells are dividing, the dermal papilla supports the growth, and melanocytes produce pigment. Melanogenesis occurs only during anagen. This is also the phase where a new hair shaft is formed, while the hair from previous cycle may still be present. The duration of anagen determines how long the hair can grow. Long anagen means longer hair, while a shorter anagen phase means the hair sheds sooner. As the new anagen hair grows, it eventually dislodges the older hair from the previous cycle. Catagen is a short transition phase. During this phase, the lower two-thirds of the follicle undergo involution through apoptosis. The hair growth stops, the follicle shrinks, and the hair shaft transforms into a club hair. The hair follicle now enters a resting phase, also called the telogen phase. The hair is no longer growing, but it hasn't fallen yet. The club hair remains anchored in the follicle, which is now relatively inactive and is preparing for the next anagen phase. Exogen is the phase people actually notice. This is the active shedding phase. A proteolytic process releases the club hair from the follicle. This explains the normal daily hair fall, which is roughly about 50 to 100 hair per day from the scalp. So shedding by itself isn't abnormal. It's the amount and duration that matter. After a hair is shed, the follicle doesn't always immediately produce a new hair. The empty interval between shedding and the emergence of a new anagen hair is called the Kenogen phase. In androgenetic alopecia, the Kenogen phase is prolonged while the Anagen phase is shortened, contributing to miniaturization and eventually male-patterned hair loss. So, to summarize, the hair follicle progresses through Anagen, the growth phase in which a new hair shaft is formed, followed by an involution phase called Catagen. The follicle then enters a resting phase or Telogen and is eventually shed during Exogen. Usually, early anagen begins simultaneously as the previous cycle club hair is shed. Occasionally, following shedding of the hair in exogen phase, the hair follicle may remain empty in a state of latency known as the Kenogen phase, following which a growth phase starts again. On the scalp, under normal circumstances, about 85 to 90% of the hair is in anagen phase at any given point. They continue to grow for about 2 to 6 years, followed by a catagen phase which lasts approximately 2 to 3 weeks. The hair follicle then enters the telogen phase which lasts for about 3 months. About 10 to 15% of the scalp hair is in telogen phase at a given point. So that's the reason a stressful event pushes the hair follicle into telogen phase. After completion of about 3 months in the telogen phase, the hair is shed. Understanding the hair cycle helps you interpret the cause of the hair fall. Once you know the cycle, conditions like telogen effluvium, androgenetic alopecia, and anagen effluvium make sense.